what's up, YouTube? The moment is here to review another Star Wars movie, if you want to call it that. And we're starting right now. Okay, so Disney brings us Solo, a Star Wars story. It's a movie that none of us really asked for. I sure as hell know I didn't. So we have Alden Ehrenreich, who stars as Han Solo. I mean, let's be realistic. Han Solo is probably one of the most revered characters after Luke Skywalker from the entire original trilogy. So my man's hands are full. Casting him probably wasn't the worst thing that Disney could have done, but it absolutely wasn't the best. I saw glimpses of our Han Solo, but that was really about it. It was some small glimpses, not enough to make me go, oh shit, that's Han Solo. I'm just saying, look, you can try your ass off to be the best at something, but at the end of the day, you're just trying. But cheers for giving it your best effort. Alright, let's get through this damn review. So Harrison Ford thought that Alden Ehrenreich nailed it, in which case, I think Harrison Ford needs to go back and watch his old movies. There's probably a clause that says, you can't talk about our shit in his contract that he had with Disney. Wouldn't shock me. And honestly, if I'm Disney, that wouldn't be a bad thing to do. This is a heist movie. This movie is in the vein of Ocean's 11 and Ocean's 12 and I'm assuming Ocean's 8 whenever that shit hits the theater. Yes, we know Han Solo was a smuggler. He's always talked about being a smuggler. And we also know that that's what he went back to after Return of the Jedi. That does not make this a Star Wars movie. Which brings me to one of my biggest issues with this entire movie, is that nothing about it really feels like a Star Wars movie, so then they just have to throw in a bunch of Star Wars references like we're too stupid to catch that stuff. Which I thought was a major reach. Was it successful? No. For example, Rogue One. It felt like a Star Wars movie, even though we know it directly linked to what was the beginning of the original Star Wars. In that movie, the Empire was the big bad. In this movie, there's not really a villain at all. I mean, there were a couple of bad guys, but there was no real villain. There was nothing in the movie that pretty much said, oh, we gotta get away from that guy. Which, in reality, if you're trying to talk about who the real villain was, it was the guy they were going to? That makes no damn sense if you're the villain. You get as far away as you can from the villain. I'm pretty sure the Rebel Alliance was running their damn asses off from the Empire almost in all the damn Star Wars movies. In this movie, let's walk right into his damn living room and have a drink with him. That's not a real villain. Nobody was coming after Han at any point. And the only person in the movie that sorta was headed towards that villainous person turned out to be a girl who really was kind of working for the good side. Yeah, that kind of really throws a whole wrench into the damn villain part for me a little bit. Han's only motivation is to get a ship so he can go back and rescue his girl, who turned out to not need any rescuing at all. Is it a love story? Kinda. Or is this movie really Oliver Twist with a new twist? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's exactly what it is. Oliver Twist. Who, if I'm not mistaken, that movie was made by Disney. Yes, you heard it, folks. Han Solo was an orphan who grew up on a planet and he was Oliver Twist. The classic love story. Baby, I'ma come back for you. No, Han, just run. I'm gonna get a ship and I'ma come back for you. Because Han is gonna be the best pilot ever. Yeah, that's been done before. So in my opinion, if you have to make references to your old movie in order to make it feel like a Star Wars movie, then you're not doing something right. I guess realistically, they're making references to future movies because technically the references they're making haven't actually happened yet. Which says to me everything about that is fan service. In the movie, there were things that were said and people chuckled at it because it seemed really funny at the time. One of the weirdest things is how he got his name. Honestly, Han Solo was always just his name, but now we're being told it was given to him by the Empire? What? I swear. Literally, he walks up and says, I want to be a pilot. Well, what's your name? Han. Han what? I I don't know. I'm just Han. I'm alone. So I will call you Han Solo. Yeah, that shit happened. I'm sitting in the chair and I'm just like, that's some bullshit. I see what you did there, Disney. I see you. But I never asked you how in the hell Han Solo got his name. He was just Han Solo as far as I'm concerned. You didn't need to throw in some backstory as to why he's Han Solo. Kind of ruins the mystique of the name for me. So Han join the Empire? What? I swear. I don't know anything about this, so I don't know if this was one of those things that you had to watch the animated series in order to know about, but I'm gonna go back and watch the other 3 to see if there's something that I missed, because I'm pretty sure I never heard that shit before. Let me know in the comment box below if you have, not the people that watch the animated series. But in reality, letting us know how we got his name absolutely served no purpose in this movie whatsoever. Kinda like the little love story they tried to throw in for Finn with the girl when they were on their weird little mission. We're gonna get through this, guys, I promise. The next weird Solo reference that really just sorta said, what the f are you guys doing? So, we know in Empire Strikes Back, when they land on Cloud City and Lando comes out, he goes, Han! So, as far as I'm concerned, that's just the way Billy D. Williams said it. It really wasn't that big of a deal. But in this movie, we had to actually make reference by saying Han. And then, of course, if I'm not mistaken, I believe he corrects him by saying Han. It did get a little bit of a chuckle. I mean, I was like, hee hee. Okay, back to Solo. This movie uses quite a few references to harken back to the old series, which I get, but if you want it to stand alone on its own, then you don't really need to do that. You just need to write a better script. This movie, for me, at times was just plain awful. There were a few times that there was some excitement, but I feel like they just sort of threw things in. Something really needs to happen right here. How about a chase scene? Brilliant idea! Because we know you can't have a Star Wars without a chase scene. But the very opening chase scene legitimately felt like it was just Fast and the Furious. So when Han meets Chewie, not gonna lie, that shit was cool. Oh yeah, by the way, I'm not sure if you saw that, but Woody Harrelson's in the movie, behaving like Woody Harrelson in the movie, which is exactly how Woody Harrelson behaves in all of his movies. Donald Glover, on the other hand, the childish Gambino, probably, oh wow, he was actually decent shining spot. I mean, when I heard him, I really felt like I was watching Lando Calrissian. Billy D, be proud. So is it possible that this could be the beginning of a trilogy? I don't know. Is it possible it could lead into a trilogy? More than likely. I'm not sure if it's going to be a Solo trilogy. I feel like those two things don't really work together because Solo and trilogy just... Okay, I'm reaching, sorry. The reason for that is apparently Alden Ehrenreich has signed on for 3 movies. That's what he has said publicly. But we all know that Felicity Jones, who played Jyn Erso in Rogue One, also signed up for 3 movies, and she's just dead. Not Felicity Jones, I mean Jyn Erso. In my opinion, at times, this movie felt like they were really trying to clean up a bad train wreck and salvage what they could. Nothing says Hollywood disaster like changing a director in the middle of a movie and then leaving the old directors' names completely off. Good job, Disney, for trying to cover it up. I'm proud of you. My opinion on this movie is that if I have to watch the animated series in order to understand some of the shit that's going on, I'm just gonna say it. Like when Darth Maul shows up. Who saw that coming? So I'm assuming Darth Maul is the guy behind the guy? And then he shows up and then he has to light his lightsaber up in order to make this feel like a Star Wars movie. Because what's a Star Wars movie without a lightsaber? Yeah. When I saw him light the lightsaber up as a hologram for no damn reason, I said, yeah, you're reaching still. A lot of people are gonna say this is a fun movie. A lot of people are gonna say this is a bad movie. I am torn because I think it was a bad movie that was kind of fun. Will I see it again? Probably, shit, I'm not gonna say that because I love Star Wars. Okay, so tell me what you thought. If you saw the movie, put some comments in the box below. Tell me what you think. If you're not gonna go see Star Wars, tell me why. If Well, shit. It's Solo, it's not Star Wars. So, my final closing thoughts are, I didn't dislike the movie completely. I didn't love the movie, and that's what I wanted. I so badly wanted to like this movie, but unfortunately, I'm not really shocked. I'm not shocked that this movie did not turn out to be as big as expected, because I feel like even Disney knew that this movie was not gonna be big. I mean, if you're a Star Wars movie that is not one of the originals, your shoes are so massive, you're drowning in them if you're any other movie. But just because you have a whole big franchise doesn't mean that you can poop out a bunch of crap. Okay, I'm specifically talking about The Last Jedi there, I'm sorry. But I digress. We're not talking about that movie. Disney, step up your game. I'm counting on you. Okay, people, well, I'm done talking about it because I can keep going on and I'll just be rambling. So if this is your first time to my channel, please subscribe. Also, hit the bell. That way you'll know whenever I upload something new. Hold on, you know what? I'm done. Sorry. If you're feeling what I'm dealing, hit me in the comment box below and let me know.